Well, did y'all miss me, guys? Did you miss me, Red? That's not going to be fun at all. They think something's wrong. They'll start changing their feeds up. Incident that happened while I was gone. So I'm gonna do this little trick here. You ready? Here you go. Wow! What is going on, Cog Squad? Well, I'm back. I'm back home. Right, Holly? I'm back home. You happy to see me? You glad I'm back? Yeah, I'm glad I'm back too. But I did have an amazing time. Yeah, I did have an amazing time. Goodness gracious. All right. Let's see what we can get into, girl. Yeah, let's see what we can get into. Oh, y'all, I got home yesterday. 82 degrees, wasn't it, girl? 82. And now it's might get 50 today. The wind is blowing like crazy. At least the sun shines out. It's gonna be in the mid-20s this evening. Tomorrow it's gonna get down to 20. So we're definitely gonna have to cover up the calendula today. Speaking of, I wanna go check it out. I haven't seen it since I've been back. There's a lot of warm weather while we were gone and everything has greened up. The daffodils are out. My pansies in the window boxes, looks like they just exploded in growth and color just in those few days because of the warmth. Now I know they're gonna get knocked back because of this cold that's coming in. But I'm curious to know what the calendula looked like since I've been gone. I did put a little bit of fertilizer on them right before I left. Holly still hasn't learned how to open the gate while I was gone. That's okay. I'll let it slide, Holly. We're coming back. We're coming back. Let me just get a quick peek, guys. Oh yeah, big blooms. Big blooms. You can really see how warm it got because our collard greens bolted on us, which is not good at all. But we got lots of blooms on the calendula that we need to harvest too. Whew! What's not gonna be fun is getting that frost cloth on today. We got wind gusts up around 30 miles an hour with a constant wind, it seems around 8 to 15 miles an hour. So yeah, that's not going to be fun at all, period. Luckily, all I'm gonna have to cover is those 2 rows of calendula. I'm not worried about the collard greens, they've already bolted. There's no sense into trying to save those guys at all, which I think they're really honestly gonna be okay. And for some of y'all that don't know what bolted is or what that means, that's when it goes to flower. See this right here? This collard green is actually gone to flower, so it is going to seed and try to reproduce itself. When it does this, typically what happens, especially with greens, so when it does this right here, it typically makes the greens bitter. They're not very good anymore. So that's why you don't want your plants to bolt on you like greens, lettuces, arugula, turnips, broccoli, or cauliflower. You don't want those guys to bolt on you, mustard. So there's really no sense of us covering this up, even though it'll probably survive easily. What I may do is pull some of this up, give it to some of the animals, and then chop and drop it and let it compost back into the soil. Whew. North wind, by the way. Good morning, ladies. And Mr. Cheese, how you doing, buddy? I was really hoping that today, the wind's done blown this one over. Let's get that one set back up in there. I was really hoping today to do some work in the fruit orchard and my roses. This is February. This is rose month. This is when we here in Alabama, zone 8, will cut back our roses. Our repeat blooming roses, not our springtime bloomers, but our repeat bloomers. and starting to get ready for rose season. Also, when I start working on the fruit orchard, I really need to spray the fruit orchard with a horticulture oil. I need to spray it with copper, as do I need to do the same thing with the roses. But I gotta button my jacket up, y'all. Good gracious, change my mic over. But with the wind like it is, that would be not smart at all because of drift. And we got freezing temperatures coming in. Generally, I don't like to prune when it's gonna get super, super cold that evening or the next day, because I could get some damage to the fresh cut, like if I cut my trees, that fresh cut spot, or on my roses. And also it could counteract with what I'm spraying, with the spray. That also could damage it as well. So definitely threw a curveball in my plans today. All right, ladies, let me get y'all a snack this morning. Yeah. That's not gonna stay. Good morning, girls. So, longer days are upon us because the girls have been laying eggs like crazy. If you missed Brooke's video, or her last video, 52 eggs.
52 yesterday was great. I hear you, girl.
That's by far the most eggs we've had this year, not even close. And the reason being is because we do have longer days. Believe it or not, chickens have to have a certain amount of sunlight for peak egg production. That's how come when the colder months come, fall, winter, egg production drops, because those days are shorter. But when the days start getting longer, egg production comes back up. And usually a peak, usually early summer, somewhere in there, is when your egg production a peak. And then it'll start dabbling off until fall and winter come, and that cycle repeats itself over and over and over again. It never fails. Brooke's already gathered eggs today. She's ahead of me. But it never fails. Every year, people get concerned about their chickens not laying eggs when it gets fall and winter time. They think something's wrong. They'll start changing their feeds up. They'll start doing this. They'll get online and start seeing all these trends and fads, and you're not feeding them right. They need this, they need that. That's how come they're not laying eggs. And most of the time, that's not true. Most of the time, it's because of short days, and molting season starts as well. So it's going to be molting season, and the stress of the cooler weather. But mainly it's because of the daylight, right? Yep. Why didn't y'all tell me Brooke had already gathered eggs this morning, ladies? Huh? Y'all wanted I know what it was. Y'all wanted a second helping of snacks. Yeah, y'all tricked me good this morning. We got some smart chickens around here. Really smart chickens. Come on, Holly. Come on, girl. Load up. Atta girl. Yeah. Whew. Tell you what, putting that frost cloth is not gonna be fun today. Nope. I hope you got your frost cloth. Well, let's just say, I probably could use your help. You could stand on it while I'm trying to get it undone. Yeah, you and Mama both. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too. Can you believe them chickens tricked me this morning? Goodness gracious. All right, girl, back from my vacation, if you want to call it that. I know that counts towards my vacation time, so, but I'm back, clocked in, ready to go today, okay? All right. So here I am in the fruit orchard, and kind of show you what I need to do, but definitely not gonna do today. But you can see my pear trees right here. I need to start doing a lot of cutting. You know, I don't want this one this high. I want to cut it right about there. This needs to be cut. We don't want anything growing in here. Need to cut that. Any cross branching, that one's probably too close. Cut that. And I don't want these branches going above my wire. Of course, they're way too tall up there. So a lot of pruning that needs to be done. And training. This needs to come on down here, which I could do that today if I wanted to. And same for all of them. This is a newer tree because the other one died because of fire blight. And that's one thing we need to start spraying for with some horticultural oils and some copper. This is a Korean giant, which wants to go straight up, as you can see. I mean, everything's just going straight up, so it needs some heavy pruning on it as well. But again, I'm just going to wait. Persimmons, just a lot of cross branching I need to get rid of here and there and just tidy those up. But I want to say one thing that I am getting pretty proud of, and that is my European pears. Now, I've tried to grow European pears when I first, well, it's one of the first things I planted. And I have lost a total of 3 trees since I've been here. Replanted them, and these 2 have survived. And I'm going to be honest, I'll have to go back and look through my notes, but I think one of them is Moon Glow. And I'm trying to think what the other one is. I may have to ask Jason too. You can see this needs to come on down here, grow down my wire. A lot of pruning needs to be done on this. This is way too much in here. And of course, it's way too tall. We don't want tall trees. I don't want to be on a ladder out here trying to harvest my fruit. Y'all know, about ladders. And that's the last thing I need. So definitely going to cut all this off and let it grow down my trellis. This needs to be trained down like that. So yeah, a lot of pruning. A lot of pruning needs to be done. These are my pomegranates that I got from the Texas garden guy that he gifted me. They're doing really well. These things were like this big when I planted them. Will be 2 years in this fall. So they're about a little over a year old, and they're doing fabulous. Apples, just like my pears, I just got to do a lot of pruning on these guys. I don't need this here. That needs to go. This limb needs to go. And I'll show y'all all of that in an upcoming video because a lot of y'all want to know how and why I'm doing things. And I will say this. When it comes to gardening, fruit trees are the least of my knowledge, or growing fruit in general. Honestly, it really is. I'm learning every single year, and I'll just pass on what I know and learn to you guys. I don't have a lot of answers to some of y'all's questions. And if you do got questions on fruit trees, find a fruit tree mentor. Find a nursery in your area. To me, this is just really, really big. So if you go buy fruit trees from your local nursery, talk to them and ask them as many questions as you want to. If they won't answer your questions, or they feel like, or they seem like that you're a burden, find you another nursery. But I can express how much that can help you along the way to have a mentor. Of course, mine is Jason and his dad over at Petals from the Past, Jason Powell and Dr. Powell. They help me so much on my fruit trees. If I got a question, I can call them, I can email them, I can text them, and they will answer it fairly quick for me. So again, find a mentor that can help you with this locally, because I'm in Alabama. So what may work for me may not be the best for you too. So you may be in Michigan, you may be in Montana. I don't know. So find a great mentor, but also you can watch and see what I do as well, and maybe you can pick up some things and learn some things. I want to say this though, when it comes to pruning fruit trees and roses, you really kind of get a feel for it. Honestly, you really do. And I want to say my experience when it comes to pruning fruit trees, shrubs, roses. If you make a mistake, typically it's not going to be, how do I want to put it? It's not going to be a devastating mistake. Just not. I mean, if you clip something off, you know, it's typically just going to grow back. Now, you may delay, you know, the process, but other than that, when it comes to pruning stuff, once you get over the fear of messing up or not doing something right, once you get over that fear of pruning, you really, really do become a more confident gardener. And you can start seeing things a little bit different, and it all makes more sense to you instead of, should I cut this or should I not cut it? Because what you end up doing is going, I'm gonna cut it. And if I messed up, doesn't matter. I hope as time goes on that I can get people over the fear of pruning in general, because for the most part, pruning is better than not pruning. Well, did y'all miss me, guys? Did you miss me, Red? Huh? Go give me some sugar, some goat sugar. Yeah. I missed y'all. I did. I missed every single one of y'all. Laura, Red, oh, Curtis. What's up, Curtis? There's Miss Bo Peep. And Big Top over there. He was over here loving on me. As soon as I get the camera out, though, he's gonna get all, you know, all macho and stuff. I ain't over here loving on you. Oh, goodness. Glad to be home, buddy. Glad to be home. Yeah. Definitely glad to be home. Most of y'all know that I was gone for, well, basically a week. Mary Carl and myself went on a big birding trip up in Tennessee and Missouri, and actually we went to Arkansas and Kentucky as well, birding. And fabulous, fabulous trip, and I'll talk about that later. But I want to tell y'all about an incident that happened while I was gone that I do have to make some repairs to, but it's not that bad, but it could have been really bad. Well, it could have been a lot more damage that I'll be repairing. Let's just say that. And that is this. So I've been leaving this door open because it's been really warm. I don't have anything in the greenhouse, honestly. And, well, I just didn't see any sense for it to be just baking in here, you know? Well, one day while I was gone, Brooke came back here. May not be able to record in here because of the plastic. But anyways, Brooke came back here with Holly. Holly was with her. And I think maybe in one of the other dogs. Anyways, the two male peacocks were in my greenhouse because I had the door left open. And Holly came in here, and let's just say the peacocks went absolutely ballistic. They did a big number on my plastic in my greenhouse. You can see all their claw marks and here and there, right here, right there. What I meant by it could have been worse is they could have just shredded this to pieces, and I had to replace this whole piece of plastic right here. And, well, that wouldn't have been fun, but wouldn't have been an end of the world either. But they did a number on my plastic back here. So I've ordered some greenhouse tape. They actually make greenhouse tape for small repairs like this. I haven't even seen how much damage they done. I know we got big spots here. I saw one spot in my roof over here, right here. You can see that one right there. I'll just have to walk around and look and see what all I can find and just fix those with greenhouse tape. But yeah. Well, you can see why my plans of wanting to work on the fruit orchard and getting the roses are, you know, dang, there's a hole there. Goodness gracious. It's okay though, we'll get it fixed. I've been deterred because of all this wind. So one awesome thing that did happen while I was gone is that Caden did come through and paint all the gates for us that needed to be painting. And I must say it looks way, 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 way better than it did being all rusted and stuff. I like rustic and old looking stuff, but the gates definitely needed to be painted back here. And what I'm thinking about doing today, since I can't do anything else because of the wind and the cold weather coming, is cutting these posts off, getting our arbor built above our gate right here, and seeing what it looks like with this arbor behind me. And I got a feeling that I'm going to relocate this arbor that's behind me. I don't like it here. I don't know how it looks on camera, but it just looks off. And I think the main reason is because it's about 2 foot shorter than the gate. It just doesn't look right at all to me. Now, as for the trip, again, just an amazing time. You know, anytime that a parent can spend quality time with their child is, you just can't put it into words. Then the trip itself was fabulous. We ended up seeing 101 different species of birds. Mary Carl ended up with 4 lifers or 5 lifers. I think it was 5 lifers, which means she saw 5 birds that she's never seen before. The fact that she just got to shine, to see her glow, to see her geek out and talk birds with other people that want to talk birds back, just to see her glow, it was absolutely phenomenal. Also, to realize how special of a child you have also as a parent is, again, words can't put that. I'm speechless, just put it that way. And we talked about this on the live stream, and so I don't want to repeat myself a whole bunch, but let's just say Mary Carl's expertise, and I'm not talking about birding. I'm not talking about like a hobbyist. I'm talking about someone who is passionate and career driven, and this goes way beyond, you know, birding per se. Just turned 16 years old. Her knowledge is at a level that kind of blew. There was 3 other leaders there, and one was a professor, one was, you know, the other one's working on his doctorate, the one is, you know, got a doctorate and all that good stuff. And to see them look at her and listen to her in awe, and then come to me and talk to me about her and her vast knowledge is very mind-blowing to us, and which we thought that, but when you get that gets reinforced by someone that's, you know, at this level, you know, it really does open things up. And then when they want to start talking about careers and what we need to do and what she needs to do, and willing to help us in any kind of way, and wanting to set up Zoom meetings, and want Mary Carl to be involved in the Audubon Association and be a leader and this kind of thing at age, I want to say 15, but she just turned 16, is mind-blowing to us. The other people in the group, there were, I think it was either 12 or 14 in our group, they started to, after the first day, they started to treat Mary Carl as if she was one of the leaders. They were asking her serious, hardcore questions that, you know, if they would have asked one of those guys, and treated her as if she was a 45-year-old professor. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Just to see your child glow like that, actually just almost bring tears to your eyes. So, beautiful, beautiful trip, and I'm so glad that I took the time and went on it. And I do appreciate y'all being patient with us. I really, really do. Hey, let's go get our tools, all right? Yeah, we gotta do something today. We're not gonna let this windy wind and freezing temperatures tonight stop us from doing anything, right? That's right. All right, we need this. We need this. And I need a new blade for that. That one. Is that a wood blade? Yep, wood blade. All right, girl. We'll get all our tools up here. We're going to, gosh, the wind quits and this, I'm about to start sweating. Anyways, we're gonna do some work in that back garden back there, you hear me? Yeah, sure are. I do want to say though, I am glad to be back. I really am glad to be back with you guys for sure. And nothing's like home, you know what I mean? Nothing's like being home. Now, let's see if we can get this fixed up and get it like I want it. I do really feel for y'all that have this type of wind all the time. I guess y'all probably get used to it, I reckon. I don't know, maybe you don't. But I do feel for y'all. My plan is to put those little toppers on there. I like the copper ones. I really love those. Let's get some of these big ones cut. Really only got to cut one. Well, y'all, I just realized something that kind of made my decision for me. Talking about the gate in this arbor. I went to open up this gate. I cannot open the gate because we're hitting the arbor. So that really made the decision for me. I'm going to take this cattle panel arbor down. I mean, we're that far from being open. Ooh, the wind caught my camera that time. About got it. That would have been bad out here on this dirt. So I'm gonna do this little trick here to give us a cute little finished edge. And it may take me a couple of times to figure out exactly where we want this, but it will work. Just like that right there. And then I'll take this piece out and use it over and over again, but that should be our finished edge there. So just take you something round, paint can, anything circle. I had a flower pot, golly, and make you a little scalloped edge right there. I'm gonna have to wait. Sorry about that. As I was saying, you know, anything round will give you this pretty scalloped edge right here instead of having just a straight piece of wood. It just kind of makes it look a little more finished, and I don't know, just gives it a little extra touch there versus just a straight piece of wood. And this will be my template. And how cool is that, right? May hit it with a little bit of sandpaper, but that looks awesome. You really see it when we get it hung up. What y'all think? Don't that look good? That looks way better. Way better than nothing being there, for sure. And I like the little finished edge on the end there. I love it, love it, love it. And we can grow something on that. We can leave it like this, whatever we want to do, but it definitely finishes off this gate and looks way, way better over here than it did before we got started today. Can't wait to show Brooks. See if we can get this arbor down. Now that's way better. And now since that cattle panel is gone, the gate's your focus. It's not something in front of it. It's not that cattle panel that's your main focus. Now it's this beautiful wrought iron gate and the little arbor above it, big gust, and the beautiful arbor above it. Yeah, that's way better. Way, way better. I gotta stand back here and look, y'all. Stand back here and let's look at it now. How awesome is that? Don't that just set this area off now? And now we really, really, really got some good separation between this side and that side over there. Love it. All right, you ready to go see it? See what I've done?
I am.
I think you're gonna like it.
You think?
I think you're gonna like it.
Well, let's see.
All right, you ready? Here you go.
Wow!
What do you think?
That looks so much better. So much better.
I took the cattle panels down too.
I see that.
Don't they look better?
Yes,
You like the arbor piece?
I do. I think it adds a lot to it. And the poles cut off add.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks way better, don't it?
Yeah, because without that top on it, I think it would just look like just poles just hanging out in the midair.
I think so too.
I think it's perfect. You did a great job
Thank you.
without my help.
I know.
I kept asking you if you needed me. No,
I didn't think so. I think it was just a one-person
it.
job today.
I got it. And the paint looks good on the gate too.
Paint looks great. Hey, Tucker. Hey, Tucker. Goodness. I think, so we're under a wind advisory till 6 p.m.
You're right.
I'm hoping that maybe this evening it dies down. I don't see how we could even possibly try to put that frost cloth on right now.
I was thinking about that this morning. But you know, tonight is not the cold, cold night.
I know.
It's tomorrow night, but we don't want to lose it.
No, I don't want to lose it. I want to go ahead and cover it if I can, if it's feasible. Well, it's 5 o'clock and the wind's died down some, so hopefully we can get this frost cloth on and harvest some flowers, baby. What you think? I hope so. Told a tale. I said I thought the wind had died down some. It'll fool you, won't it?
Yeah.
So you'll harvest some flowers. They're pretty, aren't they?
They are really pretty. Not nearly as pretty as they're gonna be, though.
Right.
If we don't save them, they won't be very pretty.
That's true. It's starting to really cool off now since it's evening time versus morning and afternoon.
Oh, look at these.
Yeah, these are beautiful here. I mean, those are gorgeous flowers.
And this is what we're going to see much more of in just a few weeks.
Look at this one.
Look at this one. It's got the white around the edges.
I don't know why it's got white on it. It's pretty, though.
Maybe we ought to save the seeds from that one and create our own little orange and white calendula.
You think?
Yeah, he's a special one.
He's a special one. Hey, Arlo. I bet everybody's shocked to see Arlo out and about. He can't get in anything out here.
No, we got gates and enclosed area.
I need to get these, don't I?
Yeah. Arlo, if you had some clippers, I bet you could go to work.
Bet he could.
Need a little pouch.
Hey, Cheese. I know, buddy. I know.
Arlo, what you think about Cheese? Oh my goodness, he's loud.
All right, Brooke.
What you think?
I'm gonna get this cloth on here.
Tuck and roll?
Yeah, but see, all we gotta do is just cover this up. We're not worried about the collard greens because they're bolted.
Right,
they're no good.
Right.
So all we gotta do is just put one cloth up, and I think we'll be okay.
Well, two, right?
I think one will cover both rows.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Stay low is the key.
That's what I said, tuck and roll.
If you get up high, Get to
Get away
flying
from
like
it.
a kite. Now we can start getting these blocks on it.
Think they'll stay?
Yeah. It'll stay.
I just think about our friends over at Stone Hollow in Birmingham.
Yeah, I know it.
How much they gotta cover up.
I know. All right, Brooke, that should do it. All right, we should be
Have my little basket of flowers.
ready for the cold weather. Maybe this is our last hard freeze for the year, I should say.
I doubt it.
I hope so, though. I really hope so.
I doubt it.
Luckily, we had a big surplus of calendula from last year, so Laura still has oils that she infused from our blooms from last year. And so this harvest here will probably go towards some of our stuff this year and for next year's product. Well, y'all, I'm glad to be back here hanging out with y'all once again. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Y'all stay warm out there because it's getting cold again. Absolutely getting cold again. We love y'all. Catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all be good.